So, I haven't done one of these videos in a while as far as Secure Team goes. But I wanted to do a video about Secure Team for a couple of reasons. One, alright, so his channel is pretty much dead at this point. And we haven't heard from him in about 8 months, pretty much, give or take. But the interesting thing, it's another reason why I actually want to do a video, is because he did post something on his Facebook page. But it wasn't like anything like alien related or paranormal related. It was a video game clip. And so it made me sit there and think, you know what? For the people that like Secure Team, that is a fan of his, I was like, you know what? Let me just do a video about him, just to kind of like, I don't know, I guess keep him somewhat relevant. I mean, I don't have a big channel, but I figure people who are curious about Secure Team, that want to kind of talk about him, you know, just to kind of keep the conversation going and keep him relevant or whatever until he comes back, if he comes back. I don't think that he's personally coming back. And here's the thing. I don't think that he's personally coming back until he's able to deal with the demons that he's dealing with. And I'm talking about the DUIs, the alleged drug use, the domestic violence case. I don't know if that's even happened yet. But I also want to sit there and talk about Lions Ground. Because, first of all, for people that don't know, Lions Ground is responsible for taking down Tyler's Patreon. This whole thing started, from what I can understand, was about a fucking logo. Because Tyler, from what I understand, wasn't the original creator of that logo. It was by another person, and Tyler just took it or whatever. I don't know how it worked, but Lions Ground bought the rights to the image, and so it became Lions Ground's image. And like a lot of other people, I was just like, why don't you just get a different image? So what? Get a different image, change the music. You still have a large fan base. So it really shouldn't matter. But for whatever unknown reason, he decided to keep it, and it was just this big war between Lions Ground and Secure Team. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, I want to kind of point out a couple of things. One thing I do want to point out is that there's a video, if you check it out on Lions Ground. This is a video of pretty much, allegedly, and I do say that word strongly, allegedly, Tyler faking a video about a whistleblower. And, you know, Lions Ground used some sort of software, whatever, and just really breaks it down. You know, it starts off with this guy trying to like be a whistleblower, whatever, and then as the video goes on, you find out that it's Tyler that's making this fake phone call. And I'm just like, what the hell? Now, I partly believe this video because this isn't the first time that Tyler has faked a video, or there's been reports of Tyler faking videos. But then I also sit there and I look at the source. It's by a guy who can't stand Tyler. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, I want to believe you, but you're kind of biased in this whole Tyler thing. So it's like, I don't know. But then I also sit there and I think for a minute. So Tyler has a large fan base. A lot of people like his work. A lot of people like what he does. And today I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, well, what is Tyler exactly famous for? Think about that for a minute. Tyler gets a lot of these videos, a lot of these UFO videos and stuff like that submitted to him by other people. This isn't Tyler going across country, you know, actually shooting these videos and stuff like that himself. This is stuff that he's gotten through other people, through other means. So again, what is he exactly famous for? Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't take a certain level of skill to do the editing and to have your talking points and stuff like that, and to kind of like really do a really good, explanation, to really be able to break down footage and kind of just talk about it and, kind of break it down, talking points and stuff like that, and just kind of really do like a deep dive as far as like, examining the evidence. It does take a certain keen eye, certain skill to do that. So I'm not sitting saying that he doesn't deserve some sort of recognition. But again, this isn't stuff that he's doing himself. So up until this point, up until today, I was like, it's not just laying in bed or whatever, just, slowly getting up, getting ready to go to the dentist. And I was like, so what exactly is Tyler famous for? With that being said, I don't know if Tyler is ever going to come back. I think that he just has a lot of personal issues that he has to work out. A lot of people says that he allegedly he does drugs or whatever. He does a lot of pill popping, and because of a motorcycle accident that he had, and he just been abusing drugs or whatever ever since. I don't know. I don't know the guy personally, so I can't say that. But he does have a DUI. That's on record. And the whole domestic violence thing, that's on record too. So I don't know if he's ever going to come back. And again, when I sat there and I looked at the video on Facebook, well, his post, I was like, the fuck was that? A couple other things that I will sit there and say before I go. And I want to do a video about Lions Ground because I believe that they're the group, or that's the guy who was really, really the guy that took down Tyler's channel. And I'm wondering why. I know that from the videos that I've watched that he does a lot of debunking, different videos of different groups or whatever. And Tyler was really big at the time, so I understand why he took a poke at Tyler. But then some people also look at it as jealousy. Long story short, from the videos that I've seen him do on Tyler, this guy comes across as a dick. Tyler seems like he's going through a lot, between the domestic case and all this other stuff, and it just seems like this guy is just kicking him when he's down, which is pretty fucked up. On one hand, it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, it just seems like he's just kicking him while he's down. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit there and deny at least that video that I was sitting there talking about the Tyler faking the whole whistleblower thing. I can't sit there and ignore that. It is what it is. But I want to sit there and wonder what everyone else thinks about this whole, like video. I know it's an old video, but I want to know what other people think about it, because again, if it's a pattern with Tyler. This isn't the first time that, he's been accused of faking videos. He's also openly admitted that some of the videos that he puts out, or that he put out in the past, he didn't even really sit there and check to see if those videos were hoaxes or anything like that before he put out a video. Like, he just put out a video just to put out a video. Those are his words. I don't know. I'm on the fence about, as far as like me personally being a fan of his videos, or just some of the stuff that he puts out, because one, it isn't his, and I don't really know if he deserves all the praise that he gets. But the stuff that he puts out, I'm not going to sit there and ignore that at least the topics that he puts out is interesting. So I'm on the fence as far as being a fan of his. But I do want this guy to actually, like I want him to start to get better, like as far as just working out his shit in general. Anyway, I rambled enough. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think as far as this whole Tyler versus, Lions Ground and just this whole nonsense. Because I plan on doing a video for a while. And then when I saw the video, when I saw his post on Facebook, out of all places, I was like, what? And then the post that it was about a fucking video game, and I'm like, all right, that's cool, but like, you have millions of fans, dedicated fans, fans that are supportive, fans that have contribute to his Patreon in the past, and I feel at the very least he owes them some sort of explanation, something, for the people who's rock with him. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know what you think of this whole Tyler situation, this whole Secureteam situation. Are you a fan? Do you not like him? Do you like him? What do you think of Lions Ground? I know there were rumors, I'm gonna sit there and say that they were working together, and I don't know. I don't really like to sit there and report rumors because that's exactly what they are, rumors. And I'd rather just know what's going on and have some sort of evidence before I decide to start talking about rumors. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Let me know what you think of this whole Tyler situation, and I will catch you in the next video.